Howdy folks. Today I'm going to be shaving with Proraso Green. I've had this one for a while. I've been working on it. I like this scent. Got the trusty alum block, complete with rubber band, Humphrey's witch hazel, Proraso Green aftershave, and I know sometimes I forget, this is my beard oil that I'm using. And the scent, there it is. Pretty good stuff. And the shaver of the day, it's one of my favorite Parker SRX shavette. Kind of see how the things are made there. This is an all metal, all steel construction. Nice and shiny. I've already put a hot towel to the face, blue water, and it's nice and quiet this morning. Don't have the storm rolling through. I was going to do the video yesterday, but right about the time I was going to do the video is when the storm got pretty busy and loud. So I decided maybe that would be the best time to be doing things. Just in case, you know, the rest of the family woke up excited about what was going on outside, because it got a little loud. I've got the lather whipped up here in a bowl. I've got it whipped up a little on the wet side. Ever ready? This has been a reconditioned brush from Strike Gold Shave. This is Proraso, if you never tried it, is a somewhat creamy shaving cream or soap. Either way you go, it's pretty creamy. I like menthol, eucalyptus, mint. So in other words, Sterling's wintergreen. Really like that one. Yeah, this is, I prefer it a little on the wet side, or moist. Sometimes it depends on the soap or the cream. You get better glide if it's not too terribly thick. The blade inside here is a Personna. When it comes to stretching, it's I would say up to the individual how much you need to stretch. Some may not need to stretch as much as others, just depending how your skin's doing. Mine's a little older, so I know in some places I got to stretch a little bit more than other places. I have some typical places where I usually run into problems, and stretching will help quite a bit down on my neck, where I got creases right down in here. That's where it helps to, you know, stretch, pull down, whatever works for you. My son, he's 13, and every once in a while he'll mention about me shaving. He's not all that keen about shaving with anything like this. You know, it's a cutthroat for a reason. And so we've been talking here lately, and he thinks he's ready for his first shave. So last night he was needling me, wanting to know what the setup was going to be. And I told him it was Proraso. I made him wait a while before I said anything. He's pretty excited about it. From time to time he'll watch PAA on YouTube with me. And he likes how Paul says, you know, around here we say omega. He gets a kick out of how it's been said. So that's the kind of brush we're going to use. I'm going to use a synthetic knot, a small one. And I've got a Proraso, the white one, sensitive skin. I'm going to use a vintage Gillette twist open flare tip. It's going to be fun. So I told him he needs to post it on Instagram. He was kind of surprised. I said, yeah, do just like I do. We'll set it up, take a picture of it, put it on Instagram. He's quite a character. Most of my family is. I'm probably the tame one in the group. If you haven't seen one of my other videos, it took me about a month before I posted my first shave of the day. Relatively a quiet person. My son's not exactly quiet. My youngest one. Yeah, he's pretty excited. First he was a little concerned about because my shave routine is I get up in the morning and I shave. I shave in the morning. I'm a morning shaver. And I told him, I said, not everybody shaves in the morning. I told him not everybody shaves at the sink. Some, you know, shave in the shower. And he kind of looks at me like, yeah, some people shave in the shower. And some people shave at night. Then the light bulb came on that, hey, that'll work for me. So when we do this, it's going to be in the evening. Pass number 2 against the grain. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, I usually just do a 2 pass, maybe 2.5. The half being across the cheeks if I feel like there's a need. And it's whatever works for you. Most of the time, once I do the 2 pass, I really don't have much of a need for anything else. Sometimes I'll go across the cheeks. Sometimes not necessarily that I need it, it's just because I like the practice of it. Because most of the time, after I get 2 passes done, there's not a whole lot left. There's some, but not a whole lot. I don't necessarily have to have a real, you know, close shave. Smooth one, yes, but not a close one. I don't see very many customers out in the field in my line of work. So in other words, if I'm looking at anything outside, it's usually not necessarily with a customer. It doesn't happen very often where I talk to a customer anymore. Things have changed over the years. Somebody else gets to do that. Proraso is a really smooth, creamy, so really like it. I know some people talk about how difficult it is to get it off the razor. With my setup the way that it is, that I've got a warm mug of water down over here. So, excuse me. So for me, in other words, when I'm done, I'll put it right back in there, and at the end of my shave, I just wipe everything down real quick. So I don't have quite the problem in the way of a cleanup, in my opinion. That's my shave routine. Like I say, I just wipe them down and put them away. Pretty much make it a habit of it. That's how I handle it. There is one thing I do find interesting. I find myself stretching more on this side than I do on this side. I really like this Parker. For me, it's more of a challenge to shave with a shavette that's lightweight, or even a DE that's lightweight, than a heavyweight, and this one has some weight to it. So if you're looking for a shavette that's lightweight, this one there, it's not for you. Probably want to go with a Focus Slim. That one there, it's all aluminum, very lightweight, less than an ounce. You want to go with one of those. I did find that it wasn't quite the learning curve that I was expecting. But for me, it's just heavier razors just work better for me. Especially DE razors. It's just easier, smoother for me. Let the weight of the blade and the sharpness, the weight of the razor and the sharpness of the blade do the work for you. It just glides right on through. Not a problem. Usually pretty smooth shaves when I use a heavyweight. Heavyweight being, 3 ounces or more. So in other words, I'm usually looking for something in the way of a brass handle, maybe a stainless steel. Because I know the stainless steel handle I got on my Icon single edge works out great for me. The best shaves I get are with super blades, feather supers. I know for some people those don't work well, but for me and my beard, it just seems to work better for me. Yeah, I think this will work today. Like I say, I can feel little pickups here and there, just due to the way my beard grows, the direction, but it's still pretty close. And it is kind of typical for me to get redness right here and over here, but I don't usually pick up stinging there like a person might think I would. I have like just one little spot right there that got lit up. So evidently through the shave I must have shaved something right off right in there. When you get a little bit older, I'm not sure what that is. When you get a little bit older, you get these humps and bumps all over you that didn't used to have. And I'm sure probably what happened is I shaved one of them off. You don't really notice it though, which is a good thing. In other words, it wasn't anything big. I got lather everywhere when I was whipping up the lather. I had to go ahead and put some of it on my face and rub it in. I was getting it everywhere, but I didn't want to waste that lather. It's good lather. feels good when I put the witch hazel on. This is good stuff. The restrictor on this one here is relatively small if you haven't used it before. So if you're one that likes your aftershave to come out kind of slow, this one here does, so you can have a better way of gauging how much you're putting in your hand without a whole bunch coming out at one time. For me, a whole bunch coming out at one time, I'm using all I can get. So if a lot comes out, I'm putting a lot on. I really like this. Menthol, like I say, those scents I do like. It just feels good on my face. Helps with the nose too, because half the time my nose isn't working, so that's a good test to find out how well my nose is working. Oh, so the DE shaver, I haven't told him exactly which one just yet. I think this one here is going to be the one that's, it's not a real long handle, twist open, probably throw a Personna blade in there for him. We'll have fun. Alright, so the shaver of the day, this is Parker SRX with a Personna blade in it. Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday, so that's the third time on that blade. Got my Humphreys Witch Hazel, Proraso. This is a good one to start with. I love the mint. Like I said, before I forget, sometimes I do because I do that off camera. And once again, that's what my lather looks like. This bowl's got ridges if you can't tell. And a really nice brush. Frank did a great job on this one here. This one here is, yeah, 150. It's got a synthetic knot, really nice. Black I thought went well with this one. At any rate, everybody stay safe. Like they say, don't drive into high water. Smooth shaves to you.